Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today, hopefully, we will not be seeing any gameplay, because right now, the season ends in 8 minutes, and I am sitting at rank number 1. Rank number 2, he played up to 2891, 11 points away, and has stopped. No one, similarly, had a relatively impressive grind, actually in the last 24 hours or so. Got up to rank 3, 2889, and stopped. And I actually have no one on my friends list, so I can see if he logs on. He's not online, so I don't have to worry about no one trying to pass me. I don't think rank 4 really has enough time. 22 points in 8 minutes. Oh, I've been disconnected for inactivity. Something about the new UI does not count opening and closing the leaderboards as activity for some reason. It used to. Doesn't anymore. I get kicked for inactivity while looking at the leaderboards all the time. But really, it's just Noan and the guy in rank 2. Unfortunately, I don't believe I've seen them before, so I don't know what their name is. But I think they are the only two who could feasibly snipe me. Sometimes I'd queue up a game just to be safe, but with a 11-point lead, and I'm assuming they are asleep because they stayed up pretty late playing in the first place, and they are in China, so season resets at like 8 in the morning, I think. So yeah, I feel pretty content, and I'm not gonna risk playing, and I mean, top 6 is also guaranteed by this point. However, where the drama is at the moment is Bison. Bison very impressively made it up into top 6, and however was passed, and then dropped a few points, and has been playing for the better part of a few hours now to get back into top 6, and is currently 2 points away from 6th, and you can't see it because my webcam is blocking it at the moment, but he is currently in game. He is currently in battles, so hopefully that battle ends in the next 6 minutes, and I'm hoping that he does win it. After all, I've met Bison in real life. He played in the top 4 of the KARDS World Championship in 2021. Really nice guy, and it's really awesome to see him back competing in tournaments, and especially at this level. So it'd be really cool to see him make a top 6. And, I mean, the Princess, Azzy, the person currently in 6th, the person Bison would have to pass. I mean, Azzy's made top 6s before, and if they don't make another, then I mean, I'm sure Azzy could do well in the qualifiers as well. I think Azzy has won in qualifiers before. And then this person down in 8th, brutal story. I was following their progress today. They were guaranteed top 6. Like, they were 2885 or something, 2889. I think they were tied with no one at one point, and they just kept playing. Like, I think they wanted to get first, and they just kept playing. They started going up and down and up and down. And this was back when 6th place was 2850, and then 7th was like 2750. So it still looked like top 6 was still way more in the grasp. However, the person in rank 4 was still playing and slowly making progress, and this person who's currently in 8th just kept playing into, like, deep into the night in China, and yeah, currently sitting in 8th, not that far off of 6th. They're just 3 points, but I think they're asleep now, and that is unfortunate. I mean, you play with fire, really, when you're grinding that late into the season, and you're already in a guaranteed top 6 position. Just take the top 6. Like, I understand that, I mean, the entire series is about me trying to get first, so I understand the appeal of getting first. I mean, I probably understand the appeal of getting first more than any other player in this game. However, top 6, always the priority. It is not worth losing top 6 in an attempt to get first, because, after all, top 6 is the thing that actually matters. Like, the first place is... it's so you can look at previous seasons and be like, hey, I got first. It's exclusively for bragging rights. Just top 6 gets you into the OCC, which is going to get you points for the OCC Ultimate, and OCC Ultimate's going to get you cash prizes. So there's now 3 minutes left in the season. Bison is still in game. other, I think, honorable mentions to, I'll take this time to go through some honorable mentions in the season. Now, obviously, no one Head is really making a name for himself as a regular. Like, I think Head has proven that he is good, but it is one thing to be really good in tournaments, and it's another thing to be a regular top 6 player on ladder, because that requires a very different skill set, and also a level of dedication. I don't think we've necessarily. Well, okay, you can't say Head is not dedicated. I'm pretty sure he has 350 all nations on his account, and he also has 2 other accounts which he like grinds high into ladder, or like into ranks with, just to test different decks that he doesn't want to test on his main account. Guy has probably more time in cards than I do, and he's been playing for like a year. And obviously Bison, making a top 6 would be really cool. Sack, I think I've seen them around a few times. Definitely not seen them top 10 before. Lindsay's Yang got top 6 last month. I mean, 10th is still a pretty solid finish, and I mean, Lindsay's Yang, maybe like 6 months from now, Lindsay's Yang is just a regular in OCCs. Who knows? Definitely following his rise. And then we go to the next page. We have Dion, who newer players might not know who Dion is. Dion came out of nowhere in 2022. I believe January 2022, just came out of absolutely nowhere. No one's seen him before. Relatively new to the game. Gets into top 8. Gets into the OCC, and then wins in the OCC. First OCC. And since then, he's done decently well at Worlds, I believe. I definitely made at least 1 top 4 finish in an open. I think maybe 2 top 4 finishes in opens. So it's cool to see him back grinding the ladder. Then we have, of course, Head's second account, Head Fury. That's not going to count. Don't worry, he's not taking spaces away from anybody. I'm sure they'll just discount that and take the next person. Innocent Bubbles, 2681. Solid placement for him. It's really cool to see him back competing. I don't know if he's actually going to play in the qualifier or not, but either way, it's really cool to see him back up on ladder. Then a whole bunch of names I do not recognize, so if you are one of these people who I don't recognize and don't say anything about you, it's not a slight, I just have no idea who you are, but it's really cool to see new names pushing into the top 38. It's always nice to see new names. And then, of course, we have Killswitch Leo. Not, by the looks of it, these are both players who have got top 6 before. By the looks of it, both of them are just going to get their 4 points for the next OCC Ultimate and, like, obviously try to win qualifiers. But, yeah, you do see a lot of players in this, like, 2700, 2650 range where they're just really going for top 38. Like, it's not until you've seen players like this where they're actually pushing for top 6. Then, third page, a few other names, Betsio, Cass West, Threepeat, Vinny, I Love Mooncake, I think has done really well in an open a long time ago. I Love Mooncake's been around for a while. Tiger coming in at 30th, another player who's likely just coasting for that top 38 finish, those 4 points. And then we get down to the last page, and Red Sun had a series of brutal losses yesterday, like 24 hours to go, 20 hours to go, and dropped basically like 100 points out of 38th, but showing remarkable perseverance and just an incredible play back into what looks like a pretty safe spot for top 38. Pia Kierkegaard, another player who I haven't seen do well in tournaments, but I see on ladder a lot, and it's definitely a threat on ladder, so it'd be cool to see Pia one day like get through a qualifier, make it into a top 8. Com Cruz, another old player. Blue CCG, right on the edge, another very old player. If you've been around in cards esports for a long time, you will definitely know who Blue CCG is. And with that, that is going to be the end of the season. And do I no longer have to restart? I no longer have to restart the game to see it. That's cool. We can check the final scores. Bison, unfortunately, looks like he did not finish his game. 28-64 in 7th place. That is a brutal finish. Likewise, Blue did not finish. Red Sun did clinch it. And yeah, let's restart the game. Take a look at the Gold Elite. And we'll probably... Well, I'll open the packs. Yeah, I guess they... Because before you used to get a packs from like series, I think random expansions, or maybe it was like classic, and maybe it might have been actually one of each. Okay, Gold Monty. That is one I did not have, and one I will very gladly take, because you're never building a British deck that does not have Monty in it. So yeah, Gold Monty, and 3 packs, and 1 Legion's pack. So I guess that's 3 core packs, 1 Legion's pack. Of course, the card back, and let's take a look at what is in those packs. Basically nothing. I mean, the only thing I care about is gold cards. Mike Research, that's pretty cool. So you actually can get gold cards. I heard from somebody that you couldn't get gold cards in normal packs anymore. I don't know if that's going to be true in the future, but it's certainly not true now, because that is a gold Claude. 91 crate progression. Gold Limited, Gold Jackson, and the Legions pack, last but not least. And nothing particularly interesting, so I will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching the series. If you watched the whole thing, subscribe for the upcoming deck guides, more tier lists, more gameplay, and of course the May Road to Rank 1. And with that, I will leave you. This has been a successful season for the 3rd time in a row now.
What a performance there by J-King.
J-King, full plot armor.
J-King is pushing himself into the ranks of the legend.
J-King is our world champion! J-King 7! What? The back-to-back KARDS world champion!